Chris with the Kentucky Woodsman channel. Well, if you have watched my channel any amount of time at all, you know that I enjoy my trail cams, game cameras. To me, the way I look at it is they extend my hunting season to basically year-round. Now granted, I'm not taking game, but I'm getting pictures. I know what is in the area. I know what to kind of look for when I'm out hunting. So, this is going to be the next edition of Woodsman University. We are going to talk about how to set up a trail camera. I've got a brand new trail camera. I have not used it yet. I have set up the basics on it, and that's all I'm going to do this time around. It is capable of taking 1080 video, and it is also capable of shooting 12 megapixel pictures. It is a Lanmodo. I bought it off of Amazon. I thought I would give it a try. I was looking for a relatively high-end featured camera without having to pay the high-end cost, and that's what I found in this camera. So we're going to set it up. We're going to give it a try. We're going to see how it works. And in the meantime, I'm going to show you what I look for when I set up a new game camera. Now, many of you will recognize this location. This is the off-grid cabin that I have built over the years on my channel. I've got some split rail fence that will be going up in the near future. As you can see, got a little bit of snow on the ground from a couple of nights ago. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to set this new game camera up in a location that I've had cameras in the past. I actually have one there right now. But I'm going to set it up on a different tree, and I'm going to show you what I look for when I'm setting up a new game camera. Trail cam, whatever you would like to call it. And I'm going to try to do this without slipping and falling in the snow. This is an established game trail right here. I have a lot of different types of wildlife that travels this trail. I have deer, have bears, bobcats. There's several squirrels that frequent this area. You'll see rabbits turn up on the trail cams through here. You'll see turkeys. You'll see a little bit of everything. Raccoons. You just never know. Actually, I had a wild hog show up on it one time too. Never have seen the wild hog anymore, so I don't know. I don't know if it was just passing through or if it was a fluke thing. But if you look at where I'm going to set this up, I have an old game feeder here that I no longer use. I need to actually take that down or try to start using it again. But if you notice, we're on a confluence. We have a trail coming in here that goes back that way. We have a trail that comes down the hill here. And we also have a trail that comes up the hill here. Now I can say with the utmost of confidence that game travels all of these trails. Matter of fact, if you watched my past deer hunting video this past deer season, I was setting right up there when I had two young bucks come around the trail right here. So I know this trail is traveled. I've got several pictures of bobcats and bears and deer and everything that proves that. So I know I'm in a well-traveled area. That's what I like to do with a brand new game camera. I like to set it up in an area where I know there's game, where I know the likelihood of getting pictures is going to be high. And with that said, I'll move it at some point if I want to take it to an area where I want to see if there is game a traveling, or see if there is maybe in another area where I don't know if game is traveling through or what kind of game is traveling through. But in the meantime, this will allow me to put this camera up and see what the performance is going to be compared to what my other cameras have been in the past. So like I said, this is a Lanmodo. It is a 12 megapixel photo image camera. It is a 1080p video image camera. I'll show you some of the things on the screen here shortly. I'm very impressed with this little camera so far. I'm looking forward to seeing how the pictures turn out and how the timing and everything is as far as catching game. So let's go ahead. We'll put the game camera on this tree right here, and right here at the terminus of these 4 trails, or this trail crossing that's coming through here, and see just exactly what we can catch on digital image, that is. Okay, I've actually got the camera physically set up on the tree here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to verify all my settings. And to do that, I go to test, and the screen comes up. This is pretty impressive, I've got to say. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but the camera actually works like this. You can actually see what the camera is seeing at the moment. But basically, if you go to the menu, I have it set up. I don't know if you can see this or not, but I have it set up to take a picture every 15 seconds. This is your configuration. You got your flash mode. I've got it set to auto, which is where I think you would want to leave it. How many photos do you want to capture? I just want to capture 1 every 15 seconds. Hit OK. And then you got your video settings. You can set it to your video size, whatever you want to set it to. You can go 1080, 720p, or VGA, which VGA is going to be your least good quality, and of course 1080 is going to be your best quality. You got your language, several different languages there. Of course, you can set your clock, and you can also turn on the timestamp, turn it off and on. I'm going to leave it on for right now. But that is basically the inner workings of this camera. If you leave it in test mode, one thing I like about this camera, and a lot of them are this way, if you leave it in test mode, you can see, by moving your hand, you can see just how far it's going to snap a picture. You can see I'm about 20 feet away now, and it still sees my hand moving, which is very good. I've got the camera set just a little high on the tree, and I did that intentionally because I know we have some elk in the area, and if one of the elk was to happen to come through, I would like to get a full picture of one of them also. But now we simply turn the camera to on. You can see it's counting down. And that is that for right now. We will come back in approximately 5 days, and we'll check the camera card, see what's on it. Incidentally, this little camera does come with its own mini 32 gig memory card, SD card, which I am very impressed with. It's hard to find a game camera that comes with its own SD card from my past experience. So that is a definite plus. So like I said, we'll come back in about a week. We'll check things out, see what we got. Man, check that ice out. It's crazy, isn't it? We're going to ease down the ridge here and grab the camera card from the new game camera and see what we see on the way down through there. Stick with us. Well, like I said, it's been right at a week, maybe a week and a day or two since we set this camera out. We're going to grab the camera card and head off the hill and check, see what we got. One thing I like particularly about a camera that faces the actual trail that the deer are traveling on is, one, you get a frontal view of the deer as they're coming towards you. On a side view, you don't always see all the deer that are in the picture, and as you can see, there's quite a few deer in this picture. And on the if you had a side view, you're likely only going to see a couple of them, or at least it's going to look like maybe one as they all go by. And on a side note, one thing I see right off the bat that I really like about this new camera is the range of the motion detection. Okay, this has been another episode of the Woodsman University and how to set up a game camera, trail camera. And I've been trying out this new Lanmodo trail cam, and I've got to say I like the way it works. I have several different trail cams, but none of them have the resolution that this one has, and I've got to say I'm pretty impressed with the resolution. As you can see in the pictures from there just a few minutes ago, it really does take great shots. I've got the camera set now for a video mode, so we'll try to come back out with another video in a few days of some of the video I catch. Take care, folks. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for another episode of Woodsman University. This has been a look at setting up a trail cam.